Imagine walking into a room where eyes are naturally drawn to one woman. Not because she is the most beautiful, not because she is the youngest, but because she carries something rare, something powerful. It's an energy, a presence, a magnetism that turns heads and captivates hearts. This isn't about looks alone, it's about something deeper. It's about a glow that comes from within, a confidence that doesn't demand attention but effortlessly attracts it. Some women think attraction fades with time, that youth is the only currency of desirability. But what if I told you that the most captivating women are not the ones chasing beauty trends or trying to be someone they're not? They are the women who understand the power of presence, the influence of confidence, and the undeniable pull of a radiant energy. The secret to attracting men isn't about trying to be perfect. It's about harnessing the qualities that make you uniquely magnetic, qualities that transcend age and appearance. So if you've ever wondered what truly draws a man in, what makes him intrigued, captivated, and deeply connected, then listen closely, because today we're uncovering 6 timeless things that make a woman truly irresistible. Confidence is a powerful force. It is the unseen energy that shapes how others perceive you, and more importantly, how you perceive yourself. When an older woman walks into a room with confidence, heads turn, not because of age or physical appearance, but because confidence commands attention. It is the invisible magnet that draws people in, creating an aura of self-assurance, strength, and allure. Confidence is not about arrogance, nor is it about pretending to be someone you're not. It is about embracing your identity, recognizing your worth, and carrying yourself with a sense of certainty that is undeniable. For older women seeking to attract men, confidence is perhaps the most important quality. Men are naturally drawn to women who know who they are. In a world that constantly tells women to shrink, to hide, to fear aging, a woman who stands tall in her truth is a rare gem. Confidence in an older woman tells a man that she is secure in herself, that she does not need validation, and that she is comfortable in her own skin. This makes her not only attractive, but also deeply intriguing. Confidence does not mean perfection. It is not about looking a certain way, having an ideal body, or never making mistakes. In fact, true confidence acknowledges imperfections and embraces them. It is the quiet assurance that says, "I am enough as I am." When a woman believes this, it reflects in her posture, in the way she speaks, in the way she interacts with others. She does not apologize for her age, for her experience, or for the wisdom she carries. Instead, she wears it like a crown. Many older women struggle with confidence, especially in a world that often glorifies youth and diminishes the value of aging. Society may try to convince women that their beauty fades, that their desirability decreases, that they are no longer seen in the same way, but confidence is the weapon that dismantles these lies. A confident woman does not ask for permission to be seen. She does not shrink into the background. She understands that beauty is not just about physical appearance. It is about presence, energy, and the way she makes others feel. One of the key ways to cultivate confidence is through self-care. When a woman prioritizes her well-being, it shows. Taking care of her health, dressing in a way that makes her feel powerful, engaging in activities that bring her joy. All of these things contribute to an unshakable sense of self-worth. Confidence is not just about how you look, it is about how you feel. When you feel good about yourself, it naturally radiates outward, making you more attractive to those around you. Another crucial aspect of confidence is mindset. The way a woman speaks to herself internally shapes how she presents herself externally. If she constantly tells herself she is too old, that she is not desirable, that she has nothing to offer, then that belief will manifest in her energy. But when she shifts her perspective, when she embraces the truth that she is valuable, that she is still vibrant, that her years have given her an edge rather than taken anything away, she walks differently, talks differently, and attracts different responses from those around her. Confidence is also deeply connected to independence. A woman who has her own interests, passions, and pursuits exudes a kind of magnetism that is irresistible. Men are drawn to women who have their own world, their own goals, and their own fulfillment outside of a relationship. Confidence means not waiting for a man to complete you, but rather recognizing that you are already whole. When a man encounters a woman who is confident in herself, he does not feel pressure to fill a void in her life. Instead, he sees someone he wants to be around, someone he wants to get to know, someone who makes life more exciting simply by being herself. Body language plays a huge role in how confidence is communicated. A woman who stands up straight, makes eye contact, and speaks with conviction immediately commands respect. the way she moves, the way she carries herself, the way she interacts with others. All of these subtle cues signal confidence. A confident woman does not fidget nervously, does not avoid eye contact, does not downplay her worth. Instead, she engages fully, knowing that she belongs in any space she enters. The power of confidence is that it is contagious. When a woman is secure in herself, the people around her feel it. She does not need to chase attention because attention naturally gravitates toward her. Men notice a woman who carries herself with certainty. They are intrigued by a woman who is comfortable in her own skin. They are drawn to the kind of woman who can stand alone, yet welcomes companionship from a place of strength rather than need. Confidence is not something that happens overnight. It is cultivated through self-awareness, through positive reinforcement, through choosing to see oneself as worthy and valuable regardless of external validation. It is built through small daily decisions, choosing to wear something that makes you feel powerful, speaking up when you have something to say, refusing to apologize for taking up space. With each step, confidence grows, and as it grows, so does attraction. At the core of confidence is self-acceptance. When a woman embraces who she is, without fear, without insecurity, without apology, she steps into a kind of beauty that does not fade with age, but rather deepens with time. This is the beauty that captivates, that draws people in, that leaves a lasting impression. Men may be initially drawn to physical appearance, but it is confidence that keeps them interested. It is confidence that makes a woman unforgettable. Taking care of oneself, both physically and mentally, is essential for attraction and overall well-being. When an older woman prioritizes her health, vitality, and mental strength, she naturally exudes an energy that is captivating. It is not about trying to look younger or competing with younger women. Rather, it is about embracing one's age while maintaining a vibrant and engaging presence. A woman who invests in herself demonstrates self-respect, and this self-respect is magnetic to others, especially to men who admire women with a strong sense of self-worth. Physical well-being plays a crucial role in attraction. While aging is inevitable, the way one takes care of their body can make a significant difference in how they feel and present themselves. Regular exercise, even something as simple as daily walks, yoga, or light strength training, can boost energy levels, improve posture, and enhance confidence. A woman who moves with grace and strength commands attention. Men notice when a woman carries herself with energy and enthusiasm. Staying active is not just about aesthetics, it is about radiating life and health, which naturally draws people in. Diet and nutrition are equally important. The body reflects what it is given, and a well-nourished body glows with vitality. Eating foods rich in nutrients, staying hydrated, and maintaining a balanced diet contribute to clear skin, healthy hair, and overall radiance. A woman who takes care of her body signals to the world that she values herself. Men are drawn to women who invest in their well-being because it shows a level of discipline and self-care that is admirable and attractive. Skincare and personal grooming also play a role. This is not about vanity, but about self-respect. A well-groomed appearance speaks volumes about how a woman values herself. Simple things like moisturizing the skin, maintaining healthy hair, and choosing clothes that make one feel elegant and confident can transform the way a woman is perceived. The key is not to chase youth, but to embrace a refined and polished version of oneself. Men appreciate women who take care of themselves, not because of unrealistic beauty standards, but because it reflects self-love and dignity. Mental well-being is just as critical as physical health. A woman who nurtures her mind remains sharp, interesting, and engaging. Men are drawn to women who can hold deep conversations, share insights, and challenge them intellectually. Reading, learning new skills, engaging in hobbies, and staying curious about the world keep the mind active and prevent stagnation. A woman who continues to grow mentally and emotionally exudes an aura of wisdom that men find irresistible. Managing stress is another aspect of maintaining mental and emotional well-being. Stress and negativity can drain a person's energy and make them less attractive to others. Practices like meditation, journaling, or engaging in activities that bring joy help in maintaining inner peace. A calm and centered woman is far more appealing than someone who is constantly overwhelmed or burdened by stress. Men are naturally drawn to women who bring a sense of peace and balance rather than chaos and emotional turbulence. Another key factor is emotional resilience. Life experiences bring challenges, but how a woman handles them determines how she is perceived. A woman who has faced difficulties with grace, who has learned from her past rather than being weighed down by it, carries a strength that is deeply attractive. Men admire women who have wisdom, who have faced life's storms yet continue to stand tall. Emotional stability is an underrated aspect of attraction, but it is one of the most important. A woman who has control over her emotions, who does not react impulsively, and who carries herself with poise is naturally more appealing. Social connections and engagement with life are also crucial. A woman who maintains friendships, participates in activities, and surrounds herself with positivity is much more attractive than someone who isolates herself or becomes withdrawn. A vibrant social life adds layers to a woman's personality, making her more interesting and appealing. Men are drawn to women who have a sense of belonging, who engage with the world, and who bring joy to those around them. Self-desperation and personal style play a significant role in maintaining vitality. Dressing in a way that reflects one's personality and confidence can make a lasting impression. Fashion is not about following trends, it is about finding what enhances one's natural beauty and personality. A woman who dresses well, not for others but for herself, radiates confidence and elegance. The way a woman presents herself tells a story about how she values her identity, and men notice when a woman takes pride in her appearance. The key to maintaining both physical and mental vitality is consistency. Small daily habits compound over time, creating a life that is full of energy and enthusiasm. A woman who remains active, nourishes her body and mind, manages stress, and embraces self-expression will always attract attention. She does not need to chase admiration because her presence alone commands it. The beauty of self-care is that it is a reflection of how much a woman values herself. And when a woman values herself, others naturally follow suit. Having a positive and radiant energy is one of the most attractive qualities a woman can possess, regardless of age. It is the invisible force that draws people in, making them feel comfortable, inspired, and intrigued. When an older woman exudes warmth, joy, and optimism, she naturally becomes magnetic to those around her. Men in particular are drawn to women who bring light into their lives, who make them feel uplifted rather than drained. A woman with a positive energy does not just attract attention, she captivates hearts. Positivity is not about ignoring life's challenges or pretending that everything is perfect. Rather, it is about maintaining a mindset that sees opportunities instead of obstacles, gratitude instead of complaints, and joy instead of resentment. A woman who carries herself with a sense of lightness and enthusiasm for life is incredibly appealing. She does not dwell on negativity or allow past disappointments to define her. Instead, she embraces each day with a fresh perspective, finding reasons to smile and appreciate the present moment. This kind of attitude is infectious, making people naturally want to be around her. One of the key ways to cultivate positive energy is through gratitude. A grateful woman sees the beauty in life, even in the simplest things. She acknowledges what she has rather than focusing on what she lacks. Men find this quality deeply attractive because it creates an environment of warmth and contentment. No one enjoys being around someone who constantly complains or focuses on what's wrong. A woman who radiates gratitude makes a man feel like he is stepping into a space of peace and joy rather than stress and negativity. Laughter and a sense of humor are also powerful components of positive energy. A woman who can laugh, who does not take life too seriously, and who finds joy in the little moments is incredibly appealing. Laughter is a universal language that connects people on a deeper level. When a man sees a woman enjoying herself, being playful and embracing fun, he feels an instinctive attraction. Life is challenging enough, and men are drawn to women who bring a sense of lightheartedness rather than heaviness. Emotional resilience is another key element of radiant energy. Life is unpredictable, and everyone faces difficulties. However, the way a woman handles challenges speaks volumes about her character. A woman who approaches setbacks with strength, wisdom, and a solution-oriented mindset exudes confidence and grace. She does not allow negativity to consume her, nor does she let hardships turn her bitter. Instead, she navigates life with an unshakable inner strength, knowing that challenges are temporary and that her attitude determines her reality. This kind of resilience is incredibly attractive to men, as it signals maturity, stability, and an ability to create a positive environment no matter the circumstances. The people a woman surrounds herself with also contribute to the energy she carries. A woman who engages with uplifting, supportive, and joyful individuals absorbs that energy and reflects it outward. Conversely, spending time with toxic, negative, or draining individuals can weigh down her spirit and dim her natural radiance. Men notice the kind of energy a woman brings into a room, and if she carries the influence of positive, loving relationships, it makes her all the more attractive. A woman who prioritizes surrounding herself with happiness and growth naturally becomes someone others want to be around. Another aspect of radiant energy is the way a woman treats others. Kindness, generosity, and a genuine interest in people make her stand out. Men are deeply drawn to women who have a warm presence, who make those around them feel valued and appreciated. A woman who listens with intention, who speaks with encouragement, and who uplifts those she interacts with leaves a lasting impression. People may forget what someone says, but they always remember how that person made them feel. A woman with a kind heart and a compassionate spirit creates an atmosphere that men find irresistibly inviting. Taking care of one's personal environment also plays a role in maintaining positive energy. A woman who cultivates a space of peace, whether in her home, her daily habits, or her interactions, naturally radiates that sense of harmony outward. Cluttered, chaotic surroundings can create internal stress, while an organized and beautiful space nurtures inner peace. Men are drawn to women who embody balance, who create an inviting atmosphere, and who bring a sense of calm and joy into their surroundings. Body language is another powerful tool in expressing positive energy. A woman who smiles genuinely, who makes eye contact, and who carries herself with openness and ease immediately becomes more attractive. Nonverbal communication speaks louder than words, and when a woman moves with warmth and approachability, people feel safe and comfortable in her presence. Men notice the way a woman carries herself, and an inviting, relaxed demeanor makes her incredibly appealing. Passion for life is another defining trait of a woman with radiant energy. Men are naturally drawn to women who have interests, dreams, and a zest for life. A woman who speaks passionately about what excites her, whether it's a hobby, a cause, or a personal goal, becomes captivating. Enthusiasm is contagious, and when a man sees a woman light up with excitement, it sparks his own curiosity and admiration. A woman who has a purpose, who continues to explore and grow, never loses her attractiveness because she brings a dynamic energy that keeps life interesting. Attractiveness is not just about physical appearance. It is about the way a woman makes others feel. A woman who radiates positivity, who cultivates joy, and who embraces life with an open heart becomes irresistible. She does not chase admiration, yet admiration finds her. She does not seek attention, yet attention naturally gravitates toward her. The beauty of positive energy is that it transcends age, physical features, and societal expectations. It is a force that draws people in and leaves a lasting impact. Confidence is one of the most attractive qualities a woman can possess, and it only becomes more powerful with age. When an older woman embraces who she is, without seeking validation or approval, she carries an undeniable presence. Confidence is not about arrogance or trying to prove something. It is about knowing one's worth and moving through life with assurance. Men are naturally drawn to women who exude this inner strength because it signals stability, security, and an unshakable sense of self. A confident woman does not seek external approval to feel beautiful or valued. She understands that her worth is not determined by the opinions of others, but by how she views herself. She walks into a room with a quiet, self-assured presence, not because she needs attention, but because she is comfortable in her own skin. This kind of self-acceptance is magnetic. Men are drawn to women who do not second-guess themselves, who do not shrink or apologize for taking up space. There is something incredibly appealing about a woman who owns her presence, who carries herself with grace and certainty. Part of confidence comes from embracing one's individuality. A woman who knows herself, who understands her strengths and her values, does not feel the need to conform or fit into someone else's expectation. She dresses in a way that reflects her personality, speaks her mind without hesitation, and makes choices based on what truly fulfills her. This authenticity is irresistible because it is rare. Many people hide behind masks or try to be what they think others want them to be. A woman who is unapologetically herself stands out effortlessly. Confidence also manifests in the way a woman communicates. A woman who speaks with clarity, without unnecessary hesitation or self-doubt, immediately captures attention. She does not need to raise her voice to be heard. Her words carry weight because they come from a place of certainty. When she engages in conversation, she listens actively, speaks with intention, and is not afraid to express her thoughts. This level of self-assurance is deeply attractive to men because it signals emotional and intellectual maturity. Another aspect of confidence is the ability to set boundaries. A woman who knows her worth does not allow others to take advantage of her or treat her with disrespect. She does not entertain toxic relationships, nor does she tolerate behaviors that diminish her value. Men respect and admire women who are clear about what they will and will not accept. A woman who stands firm in her boundaries sends a powerful message. She values herself enough not to settle for less than she deserves. This self-respect makes her all the more desirable. Confidence is also evident in the way a woman handles challenges. Life is unpredictable, and everyone faces difficulties, but the way a person responds to setbacks defines their strength. A confident woman does not crumble under pressure or allow circumstances to dictate her happiness. She faces adversity with resilience, knowing that she has the power to overcome obstacles. This ability to remain composed and solution-focused is incredibly appealing. Men admire women who are emotionally steady, who do not fall apart at every hardship, but instead rise stronger. A confident woman is also unafraid of being alone. She does not cling to relationships out of fear or desperation. She enjoys her own company and understands that she does not need a man to complete her. She is already whole. This kind of independence is captivating because it removes any sense of neediness or desperation. When a woman is content with herself, she attracts men who respect and value her rather than those who seek to control or define her worth. The way a woman carries herself physically also reflects her confidence. Her posture, the way she walks, and even the way she makes eye contact all send messages about her level of self-assurance. A woman who stands tall, moves with purpose, and looks people in the eye exudes a quiet power. Men notice these details even if they do not consciously recognize them. A confident woman does not shrink into the background. She moves through the world with presence and intention. Confidence also extends to the ability to take risks and step outside of comfort zones. A woman who continues to grow, who tries new experiences, and who pursues her passions remains exciting and dynamic. Stagnation is the enemy of attraction, but a woman who embraces change and challenges herself remains endlessly fascinating. Men are naturally drawn to women who are constantly evolving, who have goals and ambitions, and who are not afraid to chase after what they want. At the core of confidence is self-love. A woman who truly loves and accepts herself radiates a natural glow that no external validation can provide. She does not waste time comparing herself to others, nor does she dwell on insecurities. Instead, she focuses on her strengths, embraces her uniqueness, and moves forward with a sense of purpose. This level of self-acceptance creates a powerful energy that draws people in. Men are deeply attracted to women who exude confidence because it signals security, maturity, and emotional stability. A confident woman does not play games, does not seek approval, and does not need constant reassurance. She is grounded in who she is, and that alone makes her irresistible. Emotional intelligence is one of the most powerful traits a woman can possess when it comes to attraction. It is not just about understanding emotions, it is about mastering the ability to navigate relationships, communicate effectively, and create deep, meaningful connections. A woman who is emotionally intelligent exudes a sense of calm, wisdom, and stability that men find deeply attractive. She understands the power of emotions, not just her own, but those of others, allowing her to respond with grace, patience, and understanding rather than react impulsively. One of the greatest strengths of emotional intelligence is self-awareness. A woman who knows herself, who understands her triggers, strengths, and areas for growth, does not let emotions control her. She recognizes when she is feeling frustrated, insecure, or upset, and instead of projecting those feelings onto others, she takes a step back to process them. Men are naturally drawn to women who can manage their emotions without unnecessary drama. A woman who does not let small inconveniences ruin her mood or who does not seek constant validation from others carries a quiet confidence that is incredibly appealing. Emotional intelligence also involves empathy, the ability to understand and connect with the emotions of others. A woman who listens with genuine interest, who can sense when someone is struggling, and who offers support without judgment creates a space where people feel safe and understood. Men find this quality irresistible because it fosters a connection beyond the surface level. A woman who can tune into her partner's emotions, who recognizes when he needs encouragement or space, makes him feel valued and respected. This kind of emotional depth strengthens relationships and builds trust. The way a woman handles conflict is another key indicator of her emotional intelligence. Every relationship, no matter how strong, will experience disagreements. However, a woman who knows how to communicate effectively during difficult moments stands out. She does not resort to passive-aggressive defensiveness, blame, or unnecessary emotional outbursts. Instead, she expresses her feelings clearly and calmly, addressing issues with a desire to understand rather than to win an argument. Men respect and admire women who can handle conflict with maturity, who can express their needs without hostility, and who seek resolution rather than control. Another aspect of emotional intelligence is adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and relationships require flexibility. A woman who can go with the flow, who does not panic at the first sign of change, and who embraces life's uncertainties with an open mind is deeply attractive. She does not allow minor setbacks to ruin her day, nor does she resist change out of fear. Instead, she approaches life with a mindset of growth and learning. Men are naturally drawn to women who can navigate life's ups and downs with resilience and optimism, rather than those who are easily overwhelmed by challenges. Emotional intelligence also enhances a woman's ability to express affection in a way that resonates with her partner. Everyone has a different way of giving and receiving love, and an emotionally intelligent woman understands this. She pays attention to the little things that make her partner feel appreciated, whether through words of affirmation, physical touch, acts of service, or quality time. She does not impose her own way of expressing love, but instead learns what makes her partner feel valued. This level of attentiveness creates a deep bond and makes a man feel truly understood. A woman with high emotional intelligence also has the ability to inspire and uplift those around her. She does not drain people with negativity, nor does she indulge in unnecessary gossip or toxic behavior. Instead, she focuses on solutions rather than problems, encouragement rather than criticism. Her presence alone creates a sense of peace and positivity. Men are drawn to women who bring light into their lives, who can see the best in situations and people, and who create an atmosphere of warmth and joy. Self-control is another defining characteristic of emotional intelligence. A woman who can regulate her emotions, who does not let fleeting feelings dictate her actions, commands respect. She understands that reacting impulsively in moments of anger or insecurity often leads to regret. Instead of letting emotions drive her decisions, she takes a step back, processes her feelings, and responds in a way that aligns with her values. Men are naturally drawn to this level of emotional maturity because it creates stability in a relationship. Another crucial aspect of emotional intelligence is the ability to let go of the past. A woman who carries unresolved baggage, resentment, or bitterness from previous relationships often brings negativity into new ones. However, a woman who has done the inner work to heal, who does not allow past pain to define her present, exudes a level of emotional freedom that is incredibly attractive. She does not dwell on old wounds or compare new experiences to past disappointments. Instead, she embraces the present with an open heart, ready to build something meaningful without fear or hesitation. Men appreciate women who can balance emotions with logic. While emotions play a vital role in relationships, they must be tempered with rational thinking. A woman who can step back and view situations objectively, who can make decisions based on wisdom rather than temporary feelings, stands out. She does not allow insecurities to cloud her judgment, nor does she act on impulse. Instead, she evaluates situations with clarity, making choices that align with her long-term happiness. This ability to balance heart and mind is incredibly appealing to men seeking a mature, stable partner. An emotionally intelligent woman also knows when to walk away from situations that do not serve her. She does not cling to relationships out of fear of loneliness, nor does she tolerate mistreatment or emotional unavailability. She understands her own worth and recognizes that real connection cannot be forced. Men admire women who set high standards for themselves, who do not settle for less than they deserve, and who have the strength to walk away from anything that does not align with their values. Emotional intelligence is not about perfection. It is about awareness, growth, and the ability to create meaningful connections. It is about understanding emotions without being controlled by them, navigating relationships with wisdom, and cultivating a presence that is both calming and inspiring. When a woman possesses this depth of emotional intelligence, she becomes not just attractive, but unforgettable. A positive and radiant energy is one of the most captivating qualities a woman can possess. It is an inner light that draws people in, making them feel at ease, inspired, and uplifted. This energy is not about always being happy or pretending that life is perfect, but about carrying a spirit of optimism, resilience, and warmth that makes every interaction meaningful. A woman with this kind of presence has an undeniable magnetism that attracts not just men, but people in general. Her energy sets the tone for every room she enters, and it makes her unforgettable. One of the key aspects of a radiant energy is gratitude. A woman who appreciates life, who focuses on what she has rather than what she lacks, naturally exudes positivity. She does not dwell on past disappointments or let setbacks define her outlook. Instead, she finds joy in the simple things, whether it is a beautiful sunset, a kind gesture from a stranger, or a moment of laughter with loved ones. This gratitude creates a deep sense of contentment that radiates from within. Men are naturally drawn to women who appreciate life because it signals emotional maturity and an ability to find happiness in the present moment. A woman with a positive and radiant energy also has the ability to lift others up. She is not the kind of person who complains endlessly, gossips, or brings negativity into conversations. Instead, she listens with empathy, encourages others, and speaks words that inspire. When she engages in conversation, she brings warmth and enthusiasm, making people feel valued and heard. Men find this incredibly attractive because it creates a safe and uplifting space. A woman who can turn an ordinary moment into something special, who brings lightness into difficult situations, and who makes others feel good about themselves is someone they want to be around. Another element of this energy is playfulness. Life can be stressful, but a woman who knows how to laugh, joke, and enjoy the moment creates a dynamic that men find irresistible. She does not take herself too seriously, nor does she let minor inconveniences ruin her mood. Instead, she embraces spontaneity, finds humor in everyday situations, and is open to new experiences. This playful energy makes interactions feel exciting and fresh, and it keeps relationships alive with a sense of fun and adventure. Men appreciate women who can lighten the mood, who are not constantly weighed down by worries, and who bring joy into their lives. A woman who carries this kind of radiance is also deeply self-assured. She does not need to prove her worth or seek constant reassurance from others. Instead, she moves through life with a quiet confidence that comes from knowing who she is. She does not compete with other women, nor does she compare herself endlessly to unrealistic standards. Her energy is not desperate or needy. It is calm, strong, and sure. This level of self-possession is magnetic because it allows her to give freely without expecting anything in return. She gives kindness, love, and warmth simply because it is who she is. Men are naturally drawn to this because it creates a sense of stability and emotional security. Another powerful aspect of a radiant energy is the ability to see the best in others. A woman who assumes good intentions, who focuses on people's strengths rather than their flaws, creates a positive atmosphere wherever she goes. She does not waste time criticizing or finding fault in everything around her. Instead, she chooses to uplift, encourage, and inspire. This ability to see the best in people does not mean she is naive. It means she understands that what we focus on grows. By choosing to emphasize the positive, she creates deeper connections and fosters a sense of trust and admiration. Men are drawn to women who see their potential, who believe in them, and who bring out their best qualities. Attraction is not about age, perfection, or fleeting trends. It is about the essence you carry, the energy you radiate, and the confidence you embody. A woman who understands the power of her presence, who nurtures her inner and outer self, who embraces confidence, emotional intelligence, and radiant energy, becomes truly irresistible. It is not about chasing validation, but about becoming the kind of woman who naturally draws people in, not just with beauty, but with depth, warmth, and authenticity. Men are not simply looking for external perfection. They are drawn to women who bring light into their lives, who create a space of peace, joy, and inspiration. The way you carry yourself, the way you respond to life's challenges, the way you uplift and connect with others, all of these qualities make a lasting impact. It's about stepping into your power, knowing your worth, and realizing that attraction is something cultivated from within. The most captivating women are those who embrace who they are fully, who live with passion and grace, who bring laughter, wisdom, and energy into every space they enter. When you embody these 6 powerful traits, you don't chase attraction. You become the force that draws it in effortlessly.